welcome to Cricketnext YouTube channel. I am Somya Kapoor, and here we are gearing up for the third round of the Ranji season. And to discuss more about it, we have Sahil Malhotra with us. Hello, Sahil.
Hi Somya.
Hi. Sahil, Tamil Nadu versus Delhi, probably two of the biggest teams in the domestic circuit. On papers they have been ruling the domestic circuit for 4 years, but now they're into a very different positions, right? Delhi are struggling with their own things. They don't have a stable bowling attack. They're struggling with injuries. Nitish Rana has been axed, and on the other side you have Tamil Nadu, who are in form, still winless, but they are in form. Lost the match because of some certain reasons. One of the games got draw. So, what do you make of this fixture? How important this is for Tamil Nadu as far as their winning numbers are concerned in the tournament?
Let's be very honest about it. I think for Delhi, the season kind of looks as good as over now. They have conceded first inning lead in both the games, and it's going to be very difficult for them to stage a comeback in a group which is being very tightly contested right now. Even a side like Tamil Nadu, with the kind of cricket they have played in the first two games, they don't have plenty of points to drive home about. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for both teams because winter is kind of peaking in Delhi right now, and our jackets are currently suggesting that it's very chilly in this part of the country. And Tamil Nadu are coming from a home game in Coimbatore. Conditions were completely different from what they are right now at the Arun Jaitley Stadium. It was very chilly, very foggy in the morning, and the first ray of sun came as late as 12 o'clock. So I'm expecting good contests between bat and ball, with bowlers obviously dominating proceedings at least on the first session of the day's play. After that, the pitch is expected to kind of ease out. That's how Kotla wicket traditionally plays. But for Delhi, I think it's going to be very difficult against this Tamil Nadu team.
And with Sai, Sudarshan, and Jagdishan in some form, it's
Yeah.
going to be a very, very difficult task for Delhi. What do you have to say about these two guys?
These two guys have been in the form of their life right from the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, and they're riding high on confidence. Jagdishan recently got an IPL contract, so he will definitely be riding high on that wave. And plus, Delhi don't really have the bowling to kind of penetrate this Tamil Nadu batting lineup. See what you have. You have Jagdishan, Sudarshan, Aprajit, Indrajit, Vijay Shankar, Washington Sundar. Sai
Yeah.
Kishore was batting extensively in the nets today, and I won't be surprised if he just to counter the moving conditions early on. So they bat really long, they bat really deep, and Delhi don't really have any pacer to kind of put his hand up, because Harshit Rana could be there. We could expect a couple of debuts tomorrow as far as bowlers are concerned, because Simarjeet is injured. So again, he's not playing. He's unlikely to make the playing 11, and he too is kind of short on first class experience and is not fit. So I'll put it on record. Even Kuldeep isn't 100% fit. He's coming back, and I don't really expect him to bowl the long spells which are really required at this level. So it's going to be tough work for Delhi, and they really need to pull out a special trick from the hat to contain this Tamil Nadu team, who are actually unlucky to not have the points they should have got out of the first two games.
And do you think Delhi can have that home advantage a bit, or Tamil Nadu, the kind of form Tamil Nadu is in, that's not going to really hamper their progress?
You know what, you need to have players to even capitalize on that home advantage, because if you look at the first two games score sheets, Dhruv Shore has been the only consistent performer. Himmat scored in the first game. There were useful contributions from Yash Dul, but again the form of Anuj Rawat, he got 100 in the second innings against Assam, but he too has been very inconsistent over the years. And now you'll see a new look middle order because Nitish Rana has been dropped. The reasons are still not clear, but the whispers in the DDCA corridors are not looking good for Rana at the moment, especially considering his red ball career. But he has been dropped after just two games. So a shake-up in the middle order is expected. You might expect a Jaunty Sidhu or Lalit Yadav to come and fill in his place. But then again, they'll be very short on experience in the middle order. They have Dhruv right up there. But in the middle order, I think they need some stability. And with Rana also missing for this fixture, I think Tamil Nadu look like out and out favorites to kind of pocket 6, if not 7 points from this game.
Has this come as a surprise for you? Nitish Rana getting dropped. Is this a surprise for you?
It was building up. I would say it was building up for the last couple of years now. There were a lot of whispers. I can't really say it on camera right now. A lot of things were happening around that. But then, Nitish was a quality player in the white ball setup. He He was delivering the goods in both T20 and Vijay Hazare Trophy. But I think his red ball form definitely did come under scanner. And last year also wasn't good for him personally from the batting standpoint. And this year also the first two games haven't been good. He didn't come out to bat in the second innings against Assam, and even the first innings wasn't a good score to write home about. So I think yeah, it was going to be sooner than later now, and now with so many youngsters kind of lining up to replace him in the middle order, there are some who are also pressing for the opener slot. So I think it's going to be difficult for the existing team to kind of just sit on the past laurels, and they really need to put their hand up and deliver consistently.
Moving on to the next fixture, which is also kind of important one, JNK versus Vidarbha. JNK have lost both their games. They're still searching for that form. How important this game is going to be for them, considering the kind of form Vidarbha is in.
No, Vidarbha have registered, I think, two outright wins now. They're sitting on 12 points from two games. So they probably are kind of, riding high on the red ball form. Faiz Fazal is there. He has already scored a couple of hundreds in the first game against a good Railways attack. And now they'll be up against J&K, a side which did really well in the Vijay Hazare Trophy. Didn't have a good Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, but recovered well in the Vijay Hazare Trophy. And now they really need to turn it around in the next two games because they were kind of outpowered and outplayed in the first two fixtures, and that's something which you don't expect from the Valley because the players are doing well in the white ball circuit. We had a couple of them being picked in the IPL auction too, so I think now is the time for them to step up in absence of experienced players like Parvez Rasool, who's missing from the camp for reasons not known to us for now. But then again, it's an important game for J&K, and they should put a good foot forward against a very formidable Vidarbha unit.
It is surely a very important fixture for them. Moving on to another very very crucial and an important game, and that is between Mumbai and Saurashtra. Mumbai have 13 points. Won that outright win and then the bonus one. So and obviously, so the kind of lineup Saurashtra has, they're also pretty competitive when they come when they take the field. So what are your thoughts for this particular fixture?
No, Surya is, I think, again expected to play. We should see him in the whites for Mumbai tomorrow. So again, if Surya is there, Ajinkya is there, Sarfaraz is there, Prithvi Shaw is there, Yashasvi Jaiswal is there, Hardik Tamore is there. Then in the bowlers, you have a Shams Mulani who is doing the job with both bat and ball. Anush Kotian, the off spinner, was amongst the wickets, but his action I've heard is reportedly being questioned. So not sure what happens tomorrow, but still, I think Mumbai's batting might is back to where it belonged. So the Mumbai which we knew, the ones who have dominated the first class setup ever since its inception, I think that Mumbai is back, and they're doing the job with the bat. They're having the bowlers to do the job, but they are up against a side which is kind of revived and are only growing in confidence in the last decade. They registered 3 points in their last game, took the lead in a high scoring game. Arpit Vasavida, the stand-in captain in place of Jaydev Unatkar, who was out on international duty, he scored 100. Samarth Vyas was back amongst the runs. Jay Gohil is again, a very promising player to look out for future. Chetan Sakaria is there. D.A. Jadeja, Parth Wood. It's going to be a good matchup. And considering the kind of wicket which we saw at the BKC in the last game, not sure whether this fixture is being played at BKC or Wankhede. We need to check that. But again, it's going to be a batting-friendly atmosphere for both teams. And I expect a high-scoring run feast where the match could be decided on the first innings lead only.
So we are expecting a high-scoring match, and with high-scoring matches, let's talk about Mayank Agarwal and Manish Pandey, who will be in focus tomorrow. They both have been picked up again. They'll be seen in the IPL colors, but before that, they'll be playing for their domestic side. What do you have to say about them? Class
I
players.
think
What do you have to say?
Mayank should have that confidence on his side now, because when a player is out of the Indian setup, then suddenly dropped from the franchise he was leading until last season. A different captain replaced him at Punjab Kings. He was dropped. He was not retained. Punjab did try getting him at the auction. They did bid aggressively, but I think they were only looking to get him back cheap. So they weren't expected to kind of pay the kind of money which Sunrisers Hyderabad ultimately did. So he was wanted at the auction table, and plenty of teams did raise the paddle for him. So that should make him feel in a good space. He should be felt wanted, and he's a front runner to be appointed SRH captain also now in this season, because I don't see a strong name as Mayank Agarwal in the squad at the moment. There could be a wild choice in Abhishek Sharma, or probably say Bhuvneshwar Kumar. But I think Mayank Agarwal looks a prime candidate to be handed over SRH captaincy. So that should hold him in good stead ahead of this Ranji Trophy game. And Manish Pandey too. Just talking about being wanted. DC did manage to get that winning bid for him, and owner Par Jindal, in a conversation with Geo Cinema right after the auction, did tell that the IPL impact rule kind of convinced them to go for Manish Pandey because he has tons of experience, plays spin well, and can be that anchor role player when chips are down and they are suddenly 10 for 3 or 25 for 3. So good space both of them find themselves in, and they're up against Goa. Goa have been indifferent in the season so far. First game was good, second wasn't, and now they're up against Karnataka, which who are going to kind of pose a tough challenge for them.
So, Sahil, Mayank made his debut in India debut on the basis of the form that he was in the domestic circuit. He scored over
Yeah,
2,000 run in two seasons.
yeah.
Now then he was back. He was dropped, and he's back to the domestic circuit again. So how important it is for him to be among runs, to have confidence. Okay, I've been dropped. That's fine. I'll score runs.
Yeah,
I'll knock the doors again, and I'll make
yeah.
and probably make it to the Indian team. So how important is this for him personally, on the personal level, as a batter, to just go and perform there?
I think it,
Don't think much about it and
I
just
think
perform.
I think knocking the door won't be enough for Mayank right now because the kind of competition he's facing right now, I think he has to break the door open, just like he did when he broke into the Indian cricket team after doing the job consistently for season after season. But this time the road back to the Indian cricket team looks like a uphill climb for him because Gill is already there. You have a Rohit Sharma, you have KL Rahul, then you have Abhimanyu Iswaran waiting in the wings. Then you have someone like a Yashasvi Jaiswal who is yet to get that senior team call. He too has not done any wrong. Both Iswaran and Jaiswal, they have been performing, they have been scoring the runs whenever they are getting the opportunity. And I think Iswaran, if I'm not wrong, scored three big hundreds for India A and Ranji Trophy combined in his last three innings. So it will be unfair on those players to be dropped and Mayank just walks into the setup. So for Mayank, it will be very difficult to kind of walk into the setup right now because when he was scoring those runs and broke into the Indian team, India were looking for an opener back then. So that kind of opened the role for him. But right now it looks to be a tough road. And this is where a cricketer kind of faces his or her biggest challenge, because that no matter how many runs you score, the situation with the team right now is you have to do something really, really special. Something which even Ajinkya Rahane would want. He scored a double hundred in the last game. That's fine. But even Rahane knows that even after Shreyas Iyer, if Shreyas Iyer undergoes a slump in form, then there's a Surya waiting in the wings already. If Surya doesn't do the job, then you have a Baba Indrajit, Sarfaraz Khan again doing and scoring heaps of runs in the domestic circuit. So it's going to be tough for these players, but they can do as much which is in their control, and that is to just go out there and score runs and have fun. So I think that's what Mayank should look forward to. It's a big season. It's a long season. 7 games, just 2 are done. 5 more games, just go out there, express yourself, be amongst the runs, and let's see what happens next.
So be among the runs, and it's a healthy competition as far as Indian cricket is concerned. It's a good news
Yeah.
for Indian cricket. Well, thank you, Sahil, for your inputs. We'll get back to you. We'll be with you once again when the round moves on. Thank you for your insights, and thank you all you guys, all of the subscribers. Keep subscribing us, keep following us, and stay updated with all the news from the cricketing world. Thank you.